The cul-de-sac was usually a sleepy pocket of Willow Grove, where the only drama was Mrs. Larson's slightly off-color mailbox. But that evening, the whole street pulsed with red and blue lights, the ambulance's siren slicing through the quiet like a knife. I was in my driveway, frozen, watching paramedics plead with a woman who looked like she'd stepped out of a country club catalog. "Ma'am, move your car now. We've got a medical emergency," they shouted, their voices tight with urgency. But there she stood, Lisa Thornton, all 5 feet 4 inches of her, arms crossed over her crisp blazer, her silver SUV blocking the only clear path to old Mr. Thompson's house. Mr. Thompson, my neighbor, was clutching his chest when I found him, his face gray as ash, every labored breath screaming heart attack. I called 911, my trauma surgeon instincts kicking in, but now Lisa was playing gatekeeper with a man's life. I'd only been in Willow Grove for 3 weeks, still unpacking boxes in my new place. As a trauma surgeon at City General, I picked this neighborhood for its calm, a break from the chaos of 12-hour shifts SAVYing lives. The irony wasn't lost on Mefter dodging death in the ER. I was getting HOA notices about my trash, lingering too long curbside. The place had seemed perfect. Neat lawns, friendly faces, kids on bikes. Well, mostly friendly. Lisa Thornton, the HOA president everyone whispered about, had already crossed me twice. First, a warning about my MOVYing van disrupting community aesthetics. Then, a citation for planting daisies without her precious flower approval form. I thought she was a nuisance, but I didn't expect her to be a menace. That morning, I was sorting dishes when a crash next door jolted me. A faint cry followed Mr. Thompson. I dropped everything, sprinting to his house. His door was ajar, and there he was sprawled on his levying room floor, gasping, hand clawing at his chest. My training took over. I checked his pulse, weak, erratic, called 911, and rattled off the details. Male, 70s, possible myocardial infarction, acute distress. "Excuse me, what's happening here?" Lisa's voice dripped with disapproval, her clipboard clutched like a scepter. I didn't look up. "Mr. Thompson's HOA a medical emergency. Ambulance is on the way." She huffed, loud enough to make sure I heard. "You should have notified the HOA board. Emergency sir VYCES need prior approval for neighborhood access." I bit back a retort, focusing on Mr. Thompson's fading pulse. "It's coming any minute. Please wait outside and guide them in," I said, hoping to nudge her ego into helping. But Lisa wasn't here to help, she was here to control. "There's a form for this," she said, flipping through her papers. "We need to document medical incidents for insurance purposes." Mr. Thompson groaned, pain etched into his face, and my patience snapped. "With all due respect, Miss Thornton, this man needs help now. We don't have time for paperwork." She glared like I'd spat on her pristine lawn. "There are always proper channels, Mr. Doctor," I corrected, voice firm. "Dr. Ethan Carter. Now help or get out of the way." Her eyes narrowed, but she backed off, muttering about liability as the ambulance's siren grew louder. For a second, I thought we were in the clear. I was wrong. The siren stopped short, replaced by shouting. I left Mr. Thompson with a neighbor who'd rushed over and stepped outside. My stomach churned. Lisa had parked her SUV right in the ambulance's path, creating a bottleneck. The paramedics were practically begging. "Ma'am, move your vehicle now," one said, his patience fraying. Lisa waved a laminated sheet like a shield. Per HOA Bylaw 6.3, no emergency vehicles can block resident driveways. Park at the entrance and walk. The paramedic's face twisted. "There's a man dying in there. We need our gear." I jogged over, introducing myself. "I'm Dr. Carter. Mr. Thompson's HOAing a severe cardiac event. He needs transport now." Lisa cut in, smirking. "And who authorized you to play doctor? Are you even licensed here?" The paramedic tried to push past. "Move your car, or we're calling the police." Lisa's smile didn't waver. "Go ahead. My husband golfs with the chief." I stepped closer, voice low, controlled. "People like you get patients killed. Move your car. Now." Her eyes flashed. "How dare you? You're just a neighbor with no authority. I'm the HOA president, and I decide what's best." She pulled out her phone. I'm documenting this violation. Expect a fine. A man's life hung in the balance, and she was worried about fines. I'm not just a neighbor, I said, my voice rising. I'm a trauma surgeon with a decade of experience, and you're endangering a life. She laughed, sharp and cruel. Please, if you were a real doctor, you wouldn't live in a starter home like this. The real doctors are in the gated section. Neighbors were gathering now, drawn by the lights and noise. Someone was recording. A paramedic burst out of the house, face grim. We need the stretcher and defibrillator now. He's crashing. I turned to Lisa, fury spilling over. Move your car. I'll make sure you're held responsible for whatever happens to him. She opened her mouth, but another siren cut through a police cruiser. 2 officers stepped out, one approaching us. What's going on? Before I could speak, Lisa launched into her spiel about HOA rules. The officer cut her off. Are you stopping these paramedics from reaching a patient? Lisa faltered. I'm enforcing community guidelines. I pulled out my hospital ID. Dr. Ethan Carter, City General. There's a man inside with a heart attack, and she's blocking access. The officer's gaze hardened. Ma'am, move your vehicle. The paramedics rushed to Mr. Thompson, and I helped stabilize him. Thanks to their work and my initial care, he was serious but stable enough for transport. I promised to check on him at the hospital tomorrow. Meanwhile, Lisa was in the squad car, still yelling about bylaws and lawsuits. The officer laid it out. Obstruction carried up to 5 years in prison and due law $25,000 in fines. Her protests faded to a stunned whimper as the door slammed shut. As the ambulance pulled away, the street felt neighbors whispering, phones still out. Lisa's rulebook had cost precious minutes, nearly a life. But she'd learned the hard way some rules don't bend, like the ones that keep people alive. What do you think? Was Lisa just enforcing rules, or did her power trip go too far? Should HOAs have any say in emergencies? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if this got your blood boiling, and subscribe for more wild stories. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's story on Store of Good Stories. If this story touched your heart or made you think, don't forget to hit like and share the video to spread this positive message to more people. And if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the meaningful stories we share every week. Your support is the biggest motivation for Store of Good Stories to keep bringing heartfelt and valuable stories to you. See you in the next video. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's story on Store of Good Stories. If this story touched your heart or made you think, don't forget to hit like and share the video to spread this positive message to more people. And if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the meaningful stories we share every week. Your support is the biggest motivation for Store of Good Stories to keep bringing heartfelt and valuable stories to you. See you in the next video.